My review of the Stray Kids' comeback. Let me know if you agree. Stray Kids made their much-awaited comeback with Oddinary on the 18th of March. They've achieved great numbers, surpassing their previous pre-order record, and are gearing up for a world tour. The songs involve self-compositions involving the group members and Sriracha, which of course gives that signature Stray Kids sound with whatever song genres they release. And yes, this album does have different genres, ranging from soft to slow to EDM, and of course their signature noise music. My favourite songs are Freeze, Venom, Charmer, and of course, Maniac. Venom sounds very unique and almost unsettling, which is the point, especially when they're discussing being stuck in a spider's web. And I like how they went full-blown EDM for Freeze. Maniac is my favourite song. I've listened to it far too many times than I'd like to count, and probably watched the music video even more so because the visuals and cinematography are glorious. I really love how they mix rap and singing together, and I was taken aback by Han's singing part and Lino's. They were both really nice. I think Bang Chan has my favourite singing voice. It's slightly nasally and his Aussie accent comes through, which makes it very unique to listen to. It blows my mind that Felix was almost cut from the group when his voice is now so integral to the sound of Stray Kids, and his deep voice always makes his parts so iconic. The choreography is so good, and you can really see it if you watch their Studio Tune performance, which I always recommend. I love Studio Tune's cinematography and quality. I think Chris looked excellent. I loved his opening scene. The blue hair, the gloves, the yellow. Does anyone else think he channels Wano? They have that same vibe for me. Felix's whole look here, the lace top, is just exquisite. Han looked great here. Lino looked great here. See how hard Felix goes here? I am shocked his neck didn't snap like a twig, since he's shaking his head so hard. I also like how Chris goes into full ragdoll mode for this bit. Now, as for Hyunjin, the prince himself, he looks unbelievable. Red and green was a colour match I didn't know I needed on him. Pair this with his performance in Studio Tune, he seems inhuman to be honest. Now, Hyunjin hasn't made it a secret that he looks up to dancers like Kai and Taemin, and I think Kai is really good at facial expressions when dancing. He really snaps his face and acts into the camera, and I think Hyunjin is really good at that too, using facial expressions and facial acting to indicate or transfer an emotion from dancer to the audience. And I think Hyunjin is getting really good at that, and what's special is that he can strike beautiful facial expressions while dancing really hard, and also switch them to tell a story, which is very useful for a song like Maniac, where he's trying to get across an unsettling feeling. He becomes the character he's performing, which is very fun and engaging. I always like IN. Seungmin had cool choreo here, and so did Changbin. And I liked Changbin's green hair streaks. I love how they all really go for it, and no one is sleeping in this performance. Like I said in my 80s video, both groups perform like they're about to be disbanded, so I appreciate that level of intensity in performances. What I could piece together from Maniac and the Oddinary teaser, Stray Kids seem to exist as two versions of themselves, one in the upside down world or odd world, and the other in the regular fun and happy world. Felix was the last person to either be possessed by an odd version or turn into an odd version. But IN seems to be a character who is aware that there are two worlds, or two versions of each member, hinted by the fact that he possesses two different coloured eyes, an acknowledgement from his split into different forms here that perhaps the two versions of the members exist in one body, i.e. they're possessed. Are these worlds coexisting? Does the light side or light persona take over, or the dark side? It seems like in this video, there's an imbalance of power. It's an interesting concept, and I wonder if they will continue with it for the next mini album, that I'm guessing will be released later on this year. Perhaps there will be a conclusion to this story where the other members will be able to defeat their evil or odd sides, or learn to coexist in balance. So yes, overall, I think this has been a successful mini album release, but what do you think?